The opening of the new power station follows the inauguration of the LNG facility earlier this year. Opening the station, Fabian Picardo said it was the best and cleanest option for Gibraltar's energy needs.
This is a huge step forward for Gibraltar in terms of security of supply, in terms of pollution and the type of electricity that we generate and how we generate it, and also, of course, in terms of location, because this power station, which is clean and which is in the area of the port, was not the plan that we found when we were first elected. We found a diesel-burning power station with 4 stacks spewing black smoke into the Upper Rock Nature Reserve in the area of Lathbury. So this is a huge step forward for Gibraltar. It gives us security of supply and it gives us a non-polluting supply of electricity. It's not perfect, but it's a huge step forward, and for an island economy, given the size of our geography as well, without deserts for solar panels, etc., it's probably the best we can do at this time in the development of technology.
There are 6 engines in total, 3 wholly powered by LNG and 3 others that can switch to diesel if needed. Between 2 and 4 engines will be operational at any given time, with the percentage of Gibraltar's electricity supplied depending on the time of day.
This is a lengthy process. Commissioning a new power station is not easy. It's got to be done properly. We need to ensure that the guarantees that we obtain from the providers of the engines and the rest of the facility are good and that they will stay in place for the period of the operation of the station. So all of that has been done in the right way, with Waterport providing almost no power at all, and indeed the CAP generators next door providing almost no power at all on some days, but some days still coming back. And by the end of the year, I can reassure people in this area, Waterport will be off the grid completely.
In terms of safety issues, it's been safe, and that's the most important thing. Regarding commissioning a plant of this size, well, it's no easy feat. It's got its complications. We've got 2 engines available to run on the grid, and at the same time we'll continue with the automation of all the processes, which is of course a huge step for us, coming from a power plant that the old stations are 40 years old, or 40 years plus, so imagine the step.
Works are also ongoing on a new distribution system, whose design is aimed at avoiding Gibraltar-wide power cuts like the one experienced last month.
What's happened in Gibraltar in the past is that we had a number of sources of power generation, and it's very difficult to protect against, for example, a contractor going to one of high voltage cables. That, with the advent of the new power plant, having a single source of power, we should be able to protect very easily against that type of damage, and that cable will be isolated, and hopefully there will be no disturbance to the security supply of power to Gibraltar.
Today's opening of the new power station saw Fabian Picardo ceremonially switch on engine number 6.
Power to number 6.
With a record number of ministers in attendance and the Chief Minister's description of the project as one of his government's proudest achievements in office so far, those energised by the prospect of a general election may also have seen this as a green light.